and welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. Check out these less than marvellous bits coming up.
See, the issue is that if you have damp clothes just sitting there, they start to they smell bad, and then you have to rewash.
You don't have to, though. It is optional.
Yeah. So beautiful, clear rainwater.
Is your rainwater beautiful, clear?
Soapy dishwashing detergent with Skin's mouldy shirt in there. Like, your friend's not that busy. If I know your friend, like I know your friend.
I have a feeling that I know which friend you're talking about.
I mean, I tried to ring your friend this morning at 9 o'clock and he didn't answer because he was still asleep. So.
Yes, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Leigh.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Andrew.
And it's great to have you joining us. Hope you're ready for plenty of fun and the occasional pun. It's your favourite radio show that's not on the radio. We Got the Chocolates. That's a win. Notice how successful last week, so I just backed it in again this
nice.
week.
Copy-paste, I like it.
Good feedback last week. So why change your winning formula, except next week I'll probably change it for variety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway. Do you think about driving to the pub again? That was good.
What was that one?
I don't know. Did you drive to beer or fucked if I know.
Wasn't that? Anyway.
That sounds like a good one, though. We'll try that next time.
I've got the story. Are you on WhatsApp? Obviously great people, I'm sure, but weird, sometimes very weird place, I find. I get a lot of random messages.
Actually, I do too.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
I just get a lot of weird messages.
Yeah.
So it reminded me today that I get them often, like from a random number that's just like generally, obviously, like, remember those old emails, like you've won 720 billion Nigerian dollars or all you need is, I think it's similar to that, but so I just get this message out of the blue today where I'm like trying to concentrate. David. So straight away I think of Dave Britt knows jack shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's got the wrong person. Why am I getting sprayed? What's Dave done now? Yeah. Anyway, but David, I don't understand why you were doing this. I'm very angry. Why are you blocking my WhatsApp? I think you must return the $3,000 I lent you within the time we agreed. I don't care about money, but your betrayal of our friendship.
That's good. That is good.
It's a weird message to receive, isn't it?
That is.
Especially when you're not David or haven't got $3,000. If you do want to give me the $3,000, then I'm more than happy to take it.
But if your name was David and you were a bit panicky, that could get you to pay it.
It could.
That's true. Yeah.
But you would surely only be panicky if you had actually borrowed $3,000, you would think.
You would think. Or unless you're old and senile, I suppose, maybe. I'm sure that would get a lot of folk. Yeah. Strange to say, hey, David, though, because that sort of...
Yeah, but that's the whole game, though, isn't it?
It makes your audience so much smaller. You could appeal to everyone and try and trick them to give you $3,000.
Yeah, I know, but if they say, hey, everyone, so it definitely isn't for me. Then,
just, hey, mate.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very, like... Imagine how many people you'd have to send that to get a couple of Davids.
David's a pretty common name, though.
It is, yeah.
But you send it to a couple million.
Leigh, as you know.
You get a couple thousand Davids.
Yeah,
surely
like
999
or something like
of them are saying no.
It's not like what?
Anthony.
7. Does David Beckham still have that child? Biggest name? No, obviously finish your text, mate.
Send me another photo.
I'd obviously hate to get you to do some work.
How the SD cards going, because
quick, go to the toilet while we're recording, mate.
Because you're right to start. Oh, I thought you'd finished already. No, we haven't actually done the start of the episode.
Sound like me.
No, but all the random WhatsApp ones I get are not scams. That's what I don't understand. I get people that look like a genuine accident, but I don't know how it happens. Like, surely I'm the only one with my number, but I just get, hey, Mr. Stephen, will you be waiting for my arrival at Nagoya Airport tomorrow? No.
That's a scam. They're trying to get a free lift.
Yeah, but
I reckon you should definitely say yes.
But they don't try very hard. Like, I say, sorry, I think you've got the wrong number. And they just say, oh, my secretary put the wrong number in. It's like, if you're trying to scam me, then like... No, I've got the right number.
Well, you need to start being better. You need to start being better for us and actually say, yeah, sure, I'll meet you there. What time?
Okay, yeah.
Just for us.
Just chase that combo for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, have you checked your bank account? Are you sure that in the time you were writing that message, they haven't hacked you and taken all your money?
Ooh, I'll double check. Well, it's normally pretty
just
across that
checking.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's move across to a joke of the day. And once again, massive thank you. They're coming in all forms, written. No videos, no visual. You were requested videos a couple of times. No one sent that.
Hasn't happened yet. So not all forms. Two of the forms.
Multimodal. But we have got a written one. How do you say this name? Ceri. How would you say that?
I would say Sherry.
Sherry. As in like Sherry Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who sings that?
Frankie Valley in
Frankie
4 seasons.
Valley, yeah.
Yeah, come on, go. Keep up, mate. Match my intensity.
Was it Frankie Barbarucci or something like that? No, Frankie Valley's not his actual real
Oh,
name.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
he's got a...
Frankie, the one you said was a guy off WhatsApp, I think. Anyway, from Sherry. Here's a typical dad joke for you. What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze? Shoe.
Oh,
Skid, that took you way too long.
it did. Yeah. Fuck. Come on, Sherry.
I don't know if it's Sherry.
Right?
No, but, well, if it is, thanks very much for sharing.
Really put the sherry on top of that skin.
Have we got one? Have we got an audio one?
Yes. Let me find it. Can you do a pun while I'm looking for it?
No, I can't. I haven't got a pun. Just press the button.
Hey fellas, got a couple of on-trend jokes for you from last week's podcast. What's the best cheese to hide a horse? Mascarpone. What did the cheese say when it saw itself in the mirror? Hello, me. What's a ninja's favourite cheese?
Still going.
Feta. I was going to tell you another one, but it's too cheesy. Cheese jokes. They're pretty gooder. Now you do one, Skin.
You literally can't.
All the cheeses. What's left? What do I do?
Yeah, no,
That's really good.
Yeah, that was Ben.
What was your favourite of the 4 cheesecakes?
Oh, geez, I'd have to get you to play back.
Oh,
there
you
was
just said
one.
Feta, easily.
Yeah, feta.
That was really good. No, but there was one before that I can't literally can't remember now. But
two before that.
I really no, I know. But one of the two I'd already heard because you tell stupid puns 24/7. But one of them I hadn't. That was a pleasant
Mascarpone.
surprise. Mascarpone, bang, there you go.
No, I've told you that one.
You haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, probably have.
Can you do some housekeeping?
Oh yeah, housekeeping. I've got that. We have a review. Oh, we've got 2 reviews. One in relation to last week comes from MPDD Aaron. Stop reading.
No, keep reading. It's really good.
Says,
We read this one last week.
no, I know, but if you haven't listened to last week's episode, go do
You need
that.
to be
Sorry
better,
for the
'cause I
homework.
know what's happening here.
MPDD Darren says that was technically a pun. Skin. I've changed it to 5 stars. Darren.
Remember, he only put a 4-star.
I should have known that.
Thank you, Darren. Greatly appreciated,
How's
mate.
that?
Sorry, I haven't given you a pun yet this week, but
You're
hopefully
zooming in on a lot of
hopefully
this one,
before
mate. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, it's large, and that's
the writing,
yeah.
though.
Sorry, large is in lots of words. The font is not large, so long way to zoom. But anyways, other one comes from high vacancy. Got to pour a beer in my ear. G'day, Keith and Keithlets. Listening to the Keithets. Sorry, listening to these chicken dicks. What does that mean?
What? Are we the chicken dicks?
Yeah, I think we are.
I think we're the chicken dicks.
Thank you.
Yeah, take it. Sure. Been listening to these chicken dicks for a while now. Still playing catch up on those old episodes, including the 1920s radio quality of the first couple.
Sorry about that.
God damn, he's working hard. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Listening to these blokes while on holiday keeps me going and laughing. It's a bit plain and Ubers and It's a bit plain and Ubers and trains as well. I did leave a joke.
You get that?
Plain.
I think I've had a mare there.
Bit
haven't I?
plain.
An aeroplane.
Aeroplane,
yeah.
but also it has a double meaning. That's what a pun is. Yeah. Yeah.
Forgot about
Episode 149 Skins unlocked the meaning of the pun.
Oh, I can do these now. That's pretty easy.
Oh, is that all you have to do? It's just something that has 2 meanings.
Same thing with 2 meanings, yeah.
Wow, who'd have thunk it, eh? Anyways, I did leave a joke for you boys, but oh jeez, sorry, I've got to work so hard to scroll back over to where I'd zoomed in. But of course, old Skinless failed to match the intensity once again, so I thought I'd write it in here.
I'm loving that. People have started calling you that now. I fucking love it. Skinless.
Where else have we gotten that? Why am
I
I
think it happened
skinless?
last
We
week
got
as
another
well.
skin one, didn't we?
Someone
We
said
got
skinless
skin
before.
Something. I don't know if it was
some other
skinless.
skin related.
No, it was Principal Skinner couldn't cut himself out of a wet paper bag.
Surely skin.
Nah, skin. I like skinless.
Skin's a rogue enough nickname. I don't need variants.
Yeah, you do.
Skinless list.
And I have skin. What?
Oh, I don't need to hear that, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Some people are circumcised skin.
I just made the joke.
I just meant.
Heroes wear helmets.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Hurry up.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard. Anyways, his joke. A rope walks into a bar and orders a drink. The barkeeper says, "Sorry, we don't serve your kind in here." The rope walks out, twists himself up, parts his hair, walks back in and orders a drink. The barkeep says, "Weren't you just in here?" The rope says, "I'm afraid not." Then high vacancy says, "Now you do one Skin."
Yeah.
And I say no.
You've been told to do one twice, which I love. Please keep sending those in. At the end of every review, make sure you say, "Now you do one Skin." We will get him to do one eventually, won't we?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
day.
eventually.
One day.
Skinless chicken.
Now, one of the great segments that we do is when we get to catch up with our friend Jana for Yarns with Yarns, and we did that earlier this evening, and this is exactly how it went. All right, well, it's a segment that gives us great joy every time that it happens. It's called Yarns with Yarns, and the reason is because Jana is here in the building. Why are you looking at weird already?
Did you mispronounce gives?
Yeah, what does grivsus mean?
What's gribsus, Joy?
Grabs us?
No. I don't know. I just thought I said gives. I didn't even know. Thanks for bringing it up. Jana, you know this,
Hello.
obviously. Hey, Jana. Sorry. How
Thanks
are
for
you?
having me.
No, thanks for being here. I think I've got this jingle. You've still got the baby, obviously.
Yep, still have her.
Is there something wrong with you?
Idiot. I really like that jingle.
Did you
That
just
is well
make
done.
that? Did you make that one today?
No, I played it the last
yeah.
I
time.
think I've
Sure.
been on a few
Yeah,
times.
we've heard that before. Is this another one of those segments that has about 7 jingles in it?
Yep.
Don't we have?
Nah.
We've got an outro and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah,
We've done
yeah.
a Rihanna song or something at
Yeah,
one stage.
which is now gone.
No, that's
oh,
been
that's
scrapped.
gone, is it? Okay, good. That was horrendous.
Oh, I miss hearing you sing Rihanna. That was
No,
You
'cause
can sing it.
I don't think it was me that sung it. It was someone else.
No, it was you.
Oh, no, it was me.
Yeah.
Surely it wasn't me. Surely. Oh, maybe, did I get involved? I don't
Was it Cody?
It wouldn't have been good. He's never
I've
sung
done
any.
one- no,
Actually,
I
he
have.
did sing one.
Sang Better Man by Pearl Jam. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a
Sure.
jingle, though. You sung that one for Godey's guest. Be my guest.
Yeah.
And it took us about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, to be fair, we had 48 schooners before we did that.
Anyway, Jana, checking in with you. I actually saw an article that I don't know why it made me think of you, just because you're a parent.
Yeah. Yep, still a parent.
We've clarified.
Baby.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I saw this article that was labeled, what was the title? Man, dad gets shamed for using a leash with 5-year-old quintuplets. Now, I've never had even one child. Go to you've got 2, and the rate that you complain about how much you're on the tools, I imagine that quintuplets would be quite hard.
5 would be a challenge, I'd imagine.
A challenge, yeah.
5 would be a good
way to put
game.
Yeah. And you've,
5 at the same time.
have you seen this video of the man taking the...
Well, literally just before the show,
Yeah.
we got shown it.
We can probably put something up for YouTube, I think, can't we, Dave? Of course.
Well done, Dave. You're 5 mate.
so that you can see what we're talking about. But do you have an issue with it? The blow-ups online, do you see it as
No.
a storm in a teacup?
No, I find it really. I don't. Like, so Dad's doing his best, and he still gets shamed. You know what I mean? Like, how can he possibly win? He's got
A
5.
mum would get shamed more.
He says
Yeah.
that his wife also uses the leash in
Yeah,
the
but
article.
she would get a
There's
lot
5
more
kids the
shame.
same age.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
want
chaos.
them to do? Put them in a trolley?
I would never leave the house. Good on that, Dad. I actually, if I had 5 kids that were all the same age, I would never leave the
Nah,
house.
you got to get out
How?
like that.
Now, we also run a segment actually called Asking for a Friend, which we pretty much just did there. That was obviously a mate of mine, where we get to ask Jana on behalf of your friends, our friends, who might be in the doghouse. We find that Jana's very good at getting us out. Great conflict resolutioner, resolver.
Like I normally just tell you that you're
Yeah,
wrong.
I think you just confirmed that we
Yeah.
belong in there.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
My one, Jans, I'll start with me before we get
You
to the
or your
chockies.
friend?
Oh, my friend. Yeah. Jeez.
Right, Riley.
I get so invested in his life.
Such good mates.
Sometimes it feels like we're one of the same. Anyway, how long is an acceptable time? I find little jobs, like they're not really jobs, more like probably chores or just household tasks
Give me an
that
example. Don't
I
be
like,
vague.
that I hate.
You
Like,
hate or your
what-
friend hates?
My friend hates
Friends, yeah.
so much that it feels like
Yeah.
I hate it.
All right. Yeah. You're a really
Very
good friend.
sympathetic. I can really see where he's coming
So,
from.
yeah, my friend hates doing washing badly,
Okay.
but finds the first part quite easy. The like putting the actual clothes in the washing. He's
Sure.
quite happy to do that part. Really struggles with the removing them and taking them to the line aspect. What's an acceptable amount of time between cycle finishing to going on the line?
See, the issue is that if you have damp clothes just sitting there, they start to they smell bad, and then you have to rewash. So
You don't have to, though.
I find that if you, for my friend, when he airs them out, they're fine.
It is optional.
Yeah.
where do you air them out? Oh,
Just on the
sorry. Where
line.
does your friend air
No,
them
just
out?
on the line. Except
Okay.
that same friend one time has had a shirt that's been completely like faded by the sun because it was out on the
Oh,
line
so that's
for
the
that
second
long.
part of your issue. Okay.
That's
really
not the best.
struggles with. I'd say there's a 3-step process.
Actually,
so
yeah.
from washing machine to hanging them out to bringing them in, and often 4 steps because that same friend, the clothes never make it from the basket once brought in also, and just tends to keep rotating from the basket. Is that sort of play on, you reckon?
What do you think?
So no.
Like your friend's not that busy. If I know your friend, like I know your friend.
I have a feeling that I know which friend you're talking about.
You can wake up before 9:30 a.m. one day.
I mean, I tried to
Get the
ring
job
your
done.
friend this morning at 9 o'clock and he didn't answer because he was still asleep. So, mate, your friend's not that.
He was hanging clothes on the line.
Yeah, it's flat out.
Damn.
Anyway, truth be told, that friend it
skin.
doesn't go down very well with the other half. So
Yeah.
I believe that.
yeah,
It
it frustrates
I would
her.
say just use your common sense.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Like 8 hours is fine. So if you've washed it in the morning and you go to work, and so you put it on that when your friend goes to work,
Yeah.
and you come home, then hang it out or put it in the dryer or whatever. You
I
really
reckon-
can't be
I
bothered.
reckon even just taking it out of the washing, even if you just put
Put
it
it in
in
the
the
basket.
basket,
Yeah.
at least it's sort of out of a
It
confined.
buys you an
yeah.
extra 8 hours.
Okay.
I reckon.
Has either of you two got friends that Doghouse was? Or do you want me to
Well,
move
I
on
was
to the
I was
chockies?
just going to jump off the back of that. I've got a mate actually who's had similar clothes washing dramas. So this friend had a white linen shirt, chucked it in the bottom of the washing basket one day when it was dirty, and then sort of just piled washing on top of it throughout the week. Some of that was sweaty cricket gear. Mate from,
Oh, your friend plays cricket
from,
too.
Yeah,
Is
mate from the cricket club.
Is he in your team?
Yeah, he's in my team.
Okay.
Yeah, made 16 on the weekend. Good player, just a straight one.
G'day, Herf. How are you?
Anyways, so a bit of sweaty cricket gear on top of this white linen shirt, and then apparently, as he's now learned, you have to wait. You can't throw colours and whites in the same thing, so you've got to wait to get enough white clothes to wash that. So it sits there for quite a while with sweaty gear on top of it, and then he's gone to wash it, and it's mouldy.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's not the best. A
Back to the-
nice,
back to
nice
the-
white linen shirts
back to
now.
the
Okay.
Colours and
covered
Yeah,
in
no,
mould.
I have a point of that too. Colors and whites, nah. First wash, maybe.
Hang on, are you telling me you can mix them
Yeah.
with cold water?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
even
thank
warm,
you.
I think's
Thank
fine.
you.
Warm's
No.
fine, not hot,
Yeah.
and not on the first wash. If you have like a new pair of jeans, do not put them in with whites.
They say you shouldn't even wash jeans.
Yeah, no, put it in the fridge,
Put it in the
apparently.
freezer.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Weird.
Random.
Or like
I just can't
don't
thank
do
you
that.
enough for saying that. Though.
That's fine.
My
I'm-
friend
no,
is
I
going to
mix-
send this
I
straight
mix
to
my
Eloise
colours.
as soon as we stop recording.
Wait a minute. Is your friend's
Yeah,
girlfriend's
he's-
name Eloise as
I know
well?
Eloise.
Yeah, real weird coincidence.
But yeah, don't do it with like bright colors for
Okay.
the first few washes. But if
Yeah.
it's like a blue shirt that you've had for 5 years and has gone through the wash that many times, it's not losing any more color. You're fine.
I've never
Noted.
separated colours and whites.
In terms of the mold,
Yeah, can you do anything about
that's terrible.
that? Yeah.
And chuck your shirt.
Chuck my shirt. It's too late. I
Sorry,
can't save
chuck
it.
your friend's shirt.
Okay,
Jana
yeah.
does hate mold.
Go to
though.
his house.
Yeah.
Remember when Jana
Oh,
came
yeah.
here and there was some mold on the roof? And
What do
she
you
like
mean?
ran back
Okay,
out?
sorry. Why are you saying it like Jana hates mold? Do you know it? Mold. Who doesn't hate
Don't
mold?
people eat it in yogurt or something?
Blue vein cheese.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah, cheese. Yeah.
You say that like I'm super unreasonable. Like Jana hates mold. When my ceiling was covered in stuff, she like
Okay, black mold in the ceiling, probably not ideal. In their defense, it was in the middle of the flood. What can you do?
No, what
But
can you do about that?
what can you do about
Put it
it?
at the bottom of the washing basket.
Our mum's theory on mold growing up was it's just a bit of penicillin. It's healthy. It's good for you.
Quite the same.
Keep it G-rated. Yeah, so I've got a couple. I've got a couple from the chockies actually. Got told to
Okay.
bring the washing in and said I'd do it after the footy finished. It rained and everything got soaked. That's from Alex.
So I
That's
hope
just
Alex rewashed the whole batch.
I hope Alex didn't wear used pegs.
But like, again, that's just water. It's just going to take a bit longer to dry.
great.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I
I've always
disagree.
agreed with that. Why is
Do
it?
you?
Yeah, what's wrong with water? Extra water.
So beautiful, clear rainwater.
This is
Is
pretty
your
soapy-
rainwater
soap-
beautiful clear?
Soapy dishwashing detergent with Skin's mouldy shirt in there.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a genuine no-brainer.
No,
Is your rainwater just super clear?
I could drink it.
from the sky it is,
From the
but it
sky.
might hit the roof of your deck on the way down.
That's what I'm
that's
thinking.
not good.
I'll clean my
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
let us.
do not.
I'll get in my
never
roof.
been on your roof.
Cody
I'll get
has
in my roof
time for
3
a
months
lot
ago.
of extra chores.
Bloody hell.
does. He
Yeah,
really
no
does.
wonder you are in such a
Cody's
rush
got
when you
more
get here.
hours in the day day than we do.
And he's already had 3 showers today as well.
It's a fourth. Not here. Excuse me, guys.
Okay. Let's get away from washing for some others. I called her my ex's name, introducing her to someone I'd forgotten the name of. Oof. That's probably not great, I wouldn't say.
I can't imagine there's much coming back from
There's no coming back from that. That is something you will
Hey,
spend
guys,
the rest
it's
of your
just-
life.
oof. Yeah, that hurts.
That's
I'd
so
like to
bad.
introduce you to my girlfriend. Wrong name. That's bad news.
That's bad. Like
Yeah.
you would be making up for that for a very long
Yeah,
time.
that's a fair bit of Doghouse.
Can't help you.
I actually can't
That's the
help you
kennel
there.
of that one, isn't it?
Yeah. 3-day hangover after she warned me not to have a 1-day hangover. I mean, you haven't really helped your cause there.
No, but
That's
I think,
self-inflicted.
Maybe you won the flag on the weekend though.
but I
Doesn't
think
matter.
with-
It's
with-
self-inflicted.
with
Can't
the
complain about
hangover,
being in the
I-
doghouse then.
I reckon with the hangover, I think you've just got to put up a front and sort of accept, just deal with the fact that you're hangover and just try your best to be your best for
Yeah.
the day. Just try really hard.
Yeah.
Or
And I reckon
3
if you
days.
do really good stuff in the morning up until lunch, I reckon you can get
Coast
away.
time.
Yeah, and just sort of cruise home.
Yeah.
It's hangovers an attitude.
3 days. That's
3 days is big. That's a good lift, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy dooly, it's a good drink.
What about
mine-
this one? Sorry.
I was just going to say, might have some allergy or something. You probably could get checked
You
out.
see, you're saying it's
Probably
bad
go
luck.
get checked out. I feel like
lucky.
3 day
3 days
hangover.
is excessive.
He's got an allergy to those 65
Yeah.
beers he had.
Yeah. damn hops.
People have that. Another mate from the cricket club is like allergic to alcohol, some condition. It happens. Dust hangovers, and you just
What?
can't have no option but to not
Who
drink.
is that, mate?
Sucks.
I'm not going to drop his name.
Oh,
but he's
my
like-
Nick Stevens
he's-
went a whole
I don't know,
season
he's-
not buying beer, saying because he was celiac, but he's not actually celiac. He just wanted to buy beers for anyone.
That's brilliant.
It's very smart. That's very
you.
smart.
That belongs in another segment. Getting savvy.
Skin's about to adopt that.
Yeah, that's right. What have I got? Mrs. had COVID. This is from Dom. I didn't. That's good. Set up
Good.
the swag in the backyard for 2 weeks. Literal doghouse.
Wait, hang on. He's the one without COVID.
He didn't have COVID.
And he's been
just took
punted to the
himself out.
backyard.
So why is she angry at him for?
No, he's literally.
No, I think he's just saying
Oh,
he was
the
sleeping
Is
sleeping
it just like
outside.
isolating, I guess?
Yeah, he's
I don't
just
know.
taking it. What I've
don't
most
know that
people
you
just
can-
both get COVID, don't they? If you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, don't you just cop that you're going to get it?
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
kind of what we
I
did.
got COVID and assumed Eloise would already have it by the time I tested
That's what we
positive.
did too.
And
We
she
just
never
assumed.
got it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
Dom slept with Kathleen and I slept in Dom's room when we had COVID.
Did she also have COVID?
All three of them had it. I think she just wanted to kick me out of the bed.
Finally, a good night's rest.
Andrew, you got COVID. Yeah, so did you. No.
No, doesn't matter. different strain.
Off you go.
Jans, what about this to finish with these ones? Has this actually happened? We've got three of the same genre, dreams related. So has this ever happened to you? From
Yeah.
Rob, various atrocities I've committed in her dreams. Dream me as a notorious dick in our house. From Jack, she had a dream that I kissed another girl. Wasn't a pleasant Monday morning. And from H-boy, I ignored her and ditched her for my mates in her dream the night before.
Okay, confession. I've absolutely been mad at Matt about his dream life. Because you wake up and it's so real. Like any dream you've ever had, you wake up and for a minute you're confused. But it's literally,
I suppose so.
Cody's not happy with me.
You are not impressed by that.
It is the most farcical thing I've ever heard. In all
Have
of
you
my
been in
life.
trouble for dreams?
No, of course
I'm not
not.
saying it's okay. And I'm not saying that it's been like the whole day, but definitely for the first like hour of the morning, I've been a little bit like standoffish with Matt. I can't help it. You just feel like
You feel like, hey, it's him.
I just watched him cheat on me.
Dream Matt
But I
is
didn't.
actual real Matt. It's true. Go, that can happen.
It absolutely cannot happen.
Do you have dreams?
Oh, I guess so. It's usually about not being able to get my pads on in time or like air swinging on a golf tee. Not about that.
Well, Kathleen should be angry at you for air swinging on a golf tee.
Yeah, no, just- oh, you've been watching Leigh too much. Sorry, Leigh's friend.
Actually, real Matt, not dream Matt. Real Matt.
Well, he is dreamy.
Well, he is dreamy, obviously,
good
yeah.
man.
But
Can you not hit on my husband?
especially when he's not here.
I'll do it in my dreams then. That's obviously a bit better.
He actually dobbed himself in as well. May have
Yeah.
top dressed the lawn to the point it looks like a private beach.
Yeah.
He sent us a photo. I don't think it's a great beach.
You can post that photo. I'll let you do that. It's the worst beach I've ever seen.
Lacks water.
Lacks a lot of water except for my child's
had nice lawn.
splash pool. Beautiful lawn. Beautiful. It is the best it's looked in like since we moved into that house, I reckon.
And hasn't Matt always loved doing the lawns?
He's a lawn guy.
Like
So,
it's
okay,
one
Matt's
of his
going to hate
things,
me
isn't it?
saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Excellent.
Matt goes through phases where he's like super passionate about the lawn. It's like a month stint, and it happens probably 3 times a year where he's like, this lawn is going to be perfect.
Okay.
And he does everything he can, and then one day he just gets sick of it, and then he stops.
Well,
And
in his
that's
defense,
usually when the lawn starts looking great. It's when Matt's like, I've
Job
had enough.
done.
I'm done. I'm bored now. And the lawn just gets that little bit of a break from being like screwed. And then the lawn looks amazing. But yes, on the weekend he decided to do what he calls a lawn renovation. So he scalped it, aerated it, and then dumped a crap ton of sand on it. So now we just have a massive sand pit. He calls it a private beach. It's not.
What's the theory? What's meant to happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
You can Google
We'll tell
it.
you. We can cover.
Maybe
do you want us
the
to
water
cover
comes
it?
into the backyard from the beach. Maybe
To make matters worse, Saturday, the day after he'd done that, and he spent the entire day doing it, he sat up until about 11 o'clock at night watching videos of other people do it on YouTube
Wait, after he's already done that?
after he's already
Do
done
that
it.
the night before.
Yeah.
Till that Friday?
I did put too much on there.
Oh crap! Why did I study for that exam after I sat the exam?
But no, he does work very hard, and I do appreciate it.
Obviously, yeah.
Of course you do. He's a bloody great man.
He is a great
Fucking hell.
man.
Just take it easy over there.
Just,
good
yeah. Cody's about to.
I've had a great day today. I'm just in a good mood.
Okay, that's good news. Well, this will put you in a better one. Another jingle. Jana, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll check in with you in a few weeks and check in with the progress on your beach.
Hopefully it's not there anymore.
Do you like this one? Or?
Yeah, it's not your worst.
Oh, the original.
I've definitely heard of it.
But you ought to play a ring.
Thank you, Jana.
Alrighty. As good as that was from Yarns, I figure we should probably try and sneak some sport into this podcast if we don't mind. Bit of Australian sport.
Some people take lawn growing as a sport. I think.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Anyway.
Don't think about it for too long. You're actually doing a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like we've just had a
forgot about
5-minute conversation about how we're going for time. You
Yeah,
said
we're
that
really
looking
short
at it
for
for fucking
time.
15 minutes.
Let me just process this.
Hold on. I'm thinking of a pun.
Lawn growing. I've got something. It'll come. No, it won't come. I've got AFL. We're going to talk about the AFL, I reckon. Few things happening. The Brownlows were last night.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good, really good.
There's only one Brownlow, not the Brownlows.
Sorry, as in the night of the Brownlow medal.
Yes.
The night of nights.
Yeah.
Night of
that's-
nights. Yeah.
Paddy Cripps won from Carlton, who fell out of the finals, didn't make the finals. So that was a bit interesting.
They won. They had the Coleman medal and the Brownlow, and
Yeah.
they finished ninth.
Yeah.
It's
So the
unlucky.
leading goal kicker and the best player in the comp, apparently. Finished ninth.
I think I might have predicted Paddy Cripps winning the Brownlow a few episodes ago, but anyway.
Did
Good
you?
to see-
I'm
Good to
not
see
going
you
back
get
and
that.
finding that.
Good to see you got that up.
Yeah. That is
What about the
but that is cool. I didn't like that. That's cool. That Paddy Cripps' first Brownlow. I feel like he's been quite dominant in the comp for a long time. And
I think he burst onto the scene. He's the last few years have been not quiet, but just Yeah.
well, struggled a bit because Carlton have been struggling.
Yeah.
I feel, but like that obviously turned into a guru this year, and
fucking nice.
yeah.
could have easily been ineligible too. He was suspended at one stage for the last round and then had it overturned by the tribunal.
Yeah, that's a bit of a controversy, isn't it?
Oh, not really. I don't think anyone that cares that much about it is a given. But genuinely, easily could have been the other way. Lockie Neal finished second, could have been his second Brownlow, but
I'm fairly certain Chris Grant should have won a Brownlow, but he got suspended 1 year. I think.
All right.
Chris Grant, who we haven't actually mentioned yet this episode.
So close.
You'll hear about that later.
Oh, that is unlucky.
Stay with us, Giggers.
Sometimes you just can't help that bad luck.
You can't possibly control that. Anyways, there are other talking points from the AFL. Also from the Brownlows last night. It was outgoing AFL CEO Gil McLaughlin couldn't quite work out how to pronounce one of the more well-known players' names, which
Pretty dominant player.
And one of the
Featured heavily in the
favourites.
votes.
Yeah, heavily in the votes. Might have been. He won last year's Brownlow.
No,
Nah.
Norm.
Ollie Wines won
Ollie
it.
Wines,
Okay.
right.
He was best player in the final.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
This is Christian Petrarca.
Christian
that we're talking about.
Petrarca. Yeah.
Tracker won the Norm Smith last year.
Okay.
That's what they're thinking of. I think.
Yeah. That
went
I'm
Norm Smith.
thinking of
That's
something.
the best player in
So
the
that
grand
sounds
final.
that sounds like it would
Yeah.
be that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, hopefully Lee's got some audio for us.
For 2 votes. Melbourne C. Petrarca, 3 votes. Brisbane.
Now, that's all it is. That's the audio, which doesn't sound like a big deal, really. Like his name's Christian Petrarca. Gil says Christian Petrarca. But then what's quite funny is that in the live Brownlow vision, and again, we'll get this video up on YouTube. Dave, write that down.
Write that down. That's a long list.
Yeah, we
Dave's flat out because it's just scrolling,
Niggas
presumably pictures of his cat.
what? Huh? Hey, what happened? Oh, you guys, we're recording. Anyway, it flicks to Christian Petrarca's face and he mouths with I think he says it quite loud, but obviously his audio's are there. He says, it's fucking Petrarca, like that. But you see his mouth be quite vividly upset about it. So I'd assume that he's maybe just got to a point where he's sick of people messing it up.
Or he's had a skinful.
Or he's had a skinful, maybe.
All that. Yeah. It's probably happened a few times throughout the night, I assume, or would that have been the only time?
Yeah, well, he polled quite a few votes. So
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
I just can't
They
understand.
said votes.
If you know you're going up to a big night to make a big speech, surely that's like the one thing you get down is pronouncing people's
Everyone's
names.
name.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're probably reading a lot of names, but
Yeah,
I suppose.
but
You
even
could practice.
like I think in those events, I'll go back to the one game I played for Queensland. Like they asked me how to pronounce my name for one game. They obviously knew I was only going to play one game, obviously. But like Tracker got like a lot of votes last year, and like I said, won Norm Smith medal last year. Is one of the games Premier players.
right,
You'd think that.
Yeah, you think you'd
pronounce
get it down.
it.
And I just loved how
Petrarca.
confident he was too. Like he really emphasised it.
Yeah.
Christian Petrarca.
and Christian did not appreciate
not
it,
to be,
as it turns out. Good vision, as
well.
you've just watched on YouTube.
Shall we cover the other one as well? There was
Well, you want to cover my bet first, but anyway, that's fine.
okay. Have I missed something? What have
Nah,
you got
for the
us?
wonderful people at Ladbrokes, I had a little bet on the Brownlow, as I'm tended to do.
Yeah.
I had a
You do
Brownlow.
love-
I do like a gamble, especially using Ladbrokes. They are wonderful.
Yeah,
aren't they?
great people. Yeah, I think we've already put some of their ads in the episode.
No,
but
but
well, I guess
have
we'll
another
just
one.
Go again.
Have
Yeah.
another one.
Why not?
They've just paid me a little bit more.
I want to bet, so you should use this app.
Yeah, wonderful. But anyway, I had a Brownlow medal trifecta, box trifecta, which means in any order of Cripps, Neil, Tuke Miller from Gold Coast.
Which is the exact order.
You've
They finished.
called that,
I sent you the photo today. Do you not fucking read?
mate. Why didn't you send it
He
to
also-
me on bloody Friday?
He also sent you an email that said, "Hey guys, I've just retired from work because of that."
Wow, must be nice, eh? Well done.
Happy?
Betting.
Very happy. Oh, I would have
No,
been
it
happy if you
actually
told me
makes
in
no
advance.
impact on our life.
Yeah, absolutely zero.
I must admit, I was cock a hoop when I woke up this morning. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, strangely enough, it didn't seem to have any positive effect on me.
Unfortunately, I lost most of it today, but that's okay.
Oh,
Swings and
good on
roundabouts.
you. All right,
I'm
but,
really happy for you.
if we've got time, last thing from the AFL, Buddy Franklin, well, the Swans played Collingwood on the weekend, and
Prelim.
1 point game in the prelim, so that was pretty exciting. And there was footage came out today of a Magpies player who, if you give me
Braden
we don't
Maynard,
have
isn't
the
it?
time for me to find it, so thank you, Lethal. Braden Maynard, like rubbing up Buddy Franklin's oiled arms.
I'm glad he's had arms.
arms.
Yes. Yeah, that's a common thing that players are doing now. Tom Hawkins was very oily on Friday night. I mean, I don't think that was the difference between the two sides. Brisbane got beaten by 129,000 points.
No, I reckon that would have changed it.
Yeah, but players. What do you think? I'll put it on the Instagram story today.
What was the results?
Yeah, so should you be allowed to oil up before a game? Nah, genuine cheating, 63%. Yeah, makes your arms look nice, 37%.
Cheating?
I mean, like I put mayo on it, but I think people are just saying no, you shouldn't be able to.
What? But why
Yeah.
though? Why shouldn't you be able to?
Slippery. You can't tackle them.
You
That's
remember-
why Braden Maynard's trying to rub the oil off his arm. Because it's too slippery.
Grow up, honestly.
You last week
trying to
were
rub it
whinging
off.
about how it's so hard to tackle people, blah, 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 blah. You've got this much space.
Yeah, I'm saying there should be like less penalties, and now you're trying to penalise him for putting freaking oil
I
on
was
his
trying
arms.
to penalise him.
You just said it
don't
should be
put oil
penalised.
on your... What?
No, he said it's cheating.
Said it's
Big
cheating.
difference.
So cheating
You're
should be
allowed to
penalised.
cheat.
You're allowed to
Being
cheat.
penalised.
There's
Cheat-
nothing
you're
wrong
allowed
with
to
cheating
cheat.
in sport, mate.
Yeah, but like You remember? I think I told this story in the podcast when James Graham had Chaminda on the back of his legs when he got tackled.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and Nate Miles like scraped it off his leg and then rubbed it in his face. I find that quite funny.
Yeah, but that is funny.
Well, yeah, I don't see why you shouldn't be allowed to wear it. Like, you're allowed to try and
what does
get
it actually
some
do?
advantage.
What's it
it's not.
doing?
Well, it's just making him harder to tackle, I guess, but that's fine. Like, it's
surely
Well,
not
okay,
like
we'll draw the line.
But
What
if you're allowed to wear it, then other players should be allowed to rub it off and
Can they bring out
rub it
a
in your
towel
face.
in the back of their shorts and then start rubbing it off
like for
that?
some reason, all the batters in world cricket have got this obsession with putting towels in the back of their strides at the moment.
Yeah, I don't get that. What are you possibly doing it with it as a batsman?
I don't know.
on the ball,
Washing
probably.
your sweat,
Down
presumably.
your toilet.
Yeah. But then I was going to say, I don't know AFL or cricket, but just sport in general, people always then have like that grippy powder thing they rub into their hands to like catch it better. Like if you're going to outlaw oily arms, you surely have to outlaw that as well.
Why don't we just don't outlaw anything and just let it be a free for all?
Yeah, I've always said that. Yeah.
I think that's what Lance Armstrong ordered.
Actually, I saw someone suggest that they should just do like an unhinged Olympics every couple of years and just see like what are humans really capable of.
What is
just let all the steroids
just
and
let
stuff
it go.
into the game. See what happens.
Yeah.
Someone will run like a 6 second 100 meter.
Oh my God.
Did you guys see that 100 meter race? No, I missed
I
it.
missed it. I was listening to John.
I made it at 0.4 of a second, but he blinked and I missed it.
I had to sip my beer. It was freaking gone.
Speaking of blinking and missing it,
God.
well, that's not a great segue, but rugby, Bledisloe Cup, we've been accused of not speaking about rugby enough in recent weeks. And I actually sat down and watched this game, Australia v the All Blacks in the Bledisloe Cup last Thursday night.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well done. I did not.
I watched the first half.
Yeah.
I watched
anyway,
the
if you had
highlight we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so if you had to watch the full thing, you would have seen that Australia lost on the back of, I guess, a somewhat controversial decision that people that know rugby have all been saying, certainly Australian people that know rugby in the media have been saying it was an absurd decision where they were basically penalised for delaying the game for time wasting, and then the All Blacks scored after the siren, after the hooter, while the play's still live, and won the Bledisloe Cup again for the 100th year in a row or whatever. Yeah. So any thoughts on that? I mean, it caused a media storm, that's for sure. Most people feeling that Australia was ripped off entirely.
Yeah. I think, well, everyone I've spoken to about it is Australian, so it probably has a small bias, I would think, but everyone seems quite outraged by it. And I'm, seriously educated, having watched 35 seconds of rugby union in the last
In
couple
your
months.
entire life.
And it was that one piece of video, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like technically the umpire, ref, umpire.
please.
Yeah, sorry.
He gave him enough warning, though, did he not?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
It seems like technically he's done nothing wrong. Like, it seems like the correct decision.
the referee.
Yeah, the referee's done nothing wrong. It seems like the correct decision. Yeah. It just also seems like a stupid decision. And like that's they interviewed, I think they were talking to a bunch of people from the Australian team and the All Blacks team, and no one's seen it happen in international rugby union before. Right. So it just seems outrageous and stupid, and like a ref trying to be too involved. And
but I had to say it, and I haven't watched enough examples to know. I'm sure there'll be people out there that watch a lot of rugby that'll go like, "No, we've seen that in heaps of games. We've seen that exact same scenario. That blah blah blah." But the key giveaway for me was all the backs in behind Bernard Foley, who was meant to be kicking the ball for touch, were yelling at him, screaming at him, abusing him, saying "kick the ball."
But this, even the first, so you're 100% right. I was watching this with my father-in-law on the couch on Thursday when I was on, and like even him kicking for touch when it was 7 or whatever, he was taking so long. I sat there and I'm just like, kick the ball, Bernard. Like, it's one of my biggest.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Swing the.
Yeah. It was just more like it's one of my pet hates in all like the both the rugby codes. It's like a converter's got a conversion literally 10 meters out directly in front, and they're sitting there giving it these ones just like. Kick it! You're not going to miss it from there. Just literally put it on the tee, walk back, see you later.
Yeah.
Like I get the whole routine thing, and kick the fucking ball.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Well, I agree, but I'm glad you mentioned that you'd thought that earlier in the game.
I said it to him at the 20th minute. Yeah.
And because that's what other people have reported to me is that one he got penalised for was not the longest of them. It was like probably shorter than the average time to kick the ball that game.
Like these things, it's a touch finder. Just kick it into the crowd and move on. Like
that. Yeah, and that's probably something I hate about it is that, like, if it's been going on the whole game and you haven't penalised it, and then you're sort of, oh, there's 1 point in it with 30 seconds to go. I'm going to do something about this.
Correct. Yeah, and that's the thing. You need to actually have watched lots of rugby to know, or probably him play lots of rugby to actually be able to comment on it. Yeah. But I did kind of like the comment from Nigel Owens. Skin, who was?
Can I jump in before Nigel Owens has got like a compilation of how he talks to the players on like YouTube or Facebook. Very good. It's outstanding.
And contrary to popular belief, he actually has a lot of friends.
Nice. Took me a while, but glad we wasted those 3 seconds.
Anyway, he says, sometimes the unpopular decisions are the correct decisions. To be fair, the referee, he'd made a strong decision. This is strong refereeing. He's clearly given warning. There's a lot of time gone. The rest of the back line is shouting at Bernard to get the ball off the field. The easy thing for the referee to do here, which others may have well done, would be to ignore the time wasting and let him kick it out 35 seconds after the penalty is given and do nothing about it. No one would have had a go at the referee, so he's actually made a strong refereeing decision. That's what he said.
What do you make of that?
It's such a fine line between like a strong refereeing decision and you're making this game about you.
Yeah.
That's right. If you're saying no one would have complained about the refereeing, I'd be taking that option.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what he was like. I kind of agree with the logic at the start where it's like sometimes the easy decision isn't the correct one. It's like, yeah, sure. But then he goes on to say essentially like, if he did that, no one would have blown up at him. Well, if no one's blowing up at you, then you probably did the right thing.
Yeah, that probably makes it right. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Right, guys, I think last week or the week before we actually spoke about chair offs because there's been a few retirements around. We spoke about James Roberts getting chaired off or finishing up his NRL career, and we asked you guys for some stories about players who either deserve to be chaired off or maybe didn't deserve to be chaired off or some stories that might involve someone getting chaired off the field.
I had one too, Gertie sent in.
Beautiful.
Western
Fantastic.
Bulldogs legend Chris Grant. You're not as big at AFL.
I know Chris Grant.
You know Chris Grant.
War number 3.
Deserved a chairing off but never got one. Instead of making a song and dance about retiring in true Grant style, he slipped quietly out the back door after the season's end.
Was he a 300 gamer? He would have been close,
300 gamer.
Yeah.
And didn't get chaired off.
Yep.
So he
voluntarily.
Some people just like going out that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good
That
on
would be you, I reckon, Skin.
You're quite a achiever, mate.
Can't imagine I'm playing 300 AFL games, but
You
apart
play
from
300
that,
for the Tigers, but anyway. But no, we asked the Instagram
300 runs.
listeners, and we actually got one, and it's a former caller of the show, Jack Wildermuth. Jack, have we got you there, mate?
He's been a guest, hasn't he?
He has been a guest, a full-time
Hey
guest.
guys, yes, good to be back, fellas.
Remember,
it's been a long time.
My favourite Jack Wildermuth story, he wasn't even present for. You know exactly what I'm going to talk about. When Marnus, episode 100, if you're just tuning in, when Marnus said, Jack Wildermuth, he's the walking nickname. I think I'm directly quoting him. He's the walking nickname. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, well, give us some of them. Oh, well, Jack.
I never got to write a reply.
Have you heard a comment as dim-witted as that? I would have thought so. That's incredible.
that's good.
This is to surprise me, old man.
Yeah, absolute la there. Anyway, Pidgey,
Yep.
you've got a story about maybe a character that got carried off the field in a contest that maybe didn't deserve to be carried off the field, or in a scenario that might have been not worthy, shall we say?
Yeah, look, from maybe a 10 gamer of local first grader, I'd imagine. Yeah, I had a good chuckle in the car the other week listening to you guys' episode, and I was just waiting for it to come because you wouldn't read about one of the members in your crew. There's been chaired off after about 10 games. Fuck, nice piece of it. But anyone for any of the other, the 25 people that probably were there, it was quite a good day. There's a photo going around on Facebook, I believe, but Dreno, late in the day, batting like an absolute legend, I guess.
That's a very loose term, mate.
I guess, yeah.
I'm throwing some mail on it.
So convincing.
Cops a beamer, I believe, late in the day, and it was enough to kind of, call it quits the game, and that's a draw. Well done, got us out of jail. But somehow this beamer has caught, these two people have gone out there, picked him up, and chaired him off the field after a beamer. Anyway, it turns out he'd hurt his finger, so it didn't even hit him in the head or anything like that. It hit him on the finger, and he's there getting chaired off. There's a photo of it going around. It's brilliant, mate. And the whole night's got his finger in an ice pack, and it's just like, mate, you got chaired off today. You got to be kidding me. That's my recollection of it. It's quite a while ago.
That's exactly how I remember it too, mate. That's exactly how I remember it.
That's pretty much how I remember it.
I was going to say, do you have any reply to that? Or
I'm keen to hear your version of the story.
So all I remember is I think Jack had batted Jack had batted already, and then so went Jack and Heath Pedrola, who was our coach.
And
Goaty was playing in this day. He was opening the batting. Jack was batting 5.
I've seen in the middle somewhere. Yeah.
And then Pedrola 6. And anyway, so whoever we're playing,
Sunny Coast. Yeah.
Sunshine Coast had a guy that bowled fast named Matt Gale, who played a couple of games for Queensland and stuff. And as I was walking out to bat, Heath Pedrola walked out and got a golden duck. Thanks for that, Heath. we're trying to bat out to not get bowled out. Like we're trying to bat out for a draw. So they need 5 wickets or whatever. It's getting dark.
It was fucking dark. I'll give you credit.
Very dark.
This bloke bowls
Getting
rapid.
dark.
And as Heath walked past me after his sensational first ball duck, he said, Leigh, don't give him a sniff. So I've gone, oh, yep, beautiful. Thanks for that.
Duly noted.
Good. So I've walked out the bat and I think I'd faced about 2 balls and he's apparently Matt Gale, actually I've spoken to him about this and he said the guy at mid-off said blow his toe off. Right, to Matt Gale. That's what he got
Blow his thumb
told
off.
to do.
That is a small miss.
Chest high at me, and I think everyone thought it had killed me because I got hit and I just sprawled on the ground. Like,
Gloves and helmet went everywhere. It was like toys out of the cot scenario.
so people genuinely thought I'd been thumped in like the neck or the head or something like that. And so and the umpires genuinely immediately, 2 duck.
Yeah.
Oh, they've just called the game off, just bang. No, that's it, draw. So I was like, oh, no,
Really?
shit. So I sort of realised as I've put all this mail and how injured I was, I've realised that I'm not actually hurt here. I'm fine. It hit me in the finger. So I've started holding my finger that the 2 people that came out to carry me off thought that it was like I'd been knocked unconscious, so they've got under a leg each and started cheering me.
I'm all right, guys. Thanks.
Anyways, I'll take it from here.
I think I'm all right, guys. Remember the worst thing was I had to hold my stinking finger in a video camera.
That's what I was going to jump in. So it was the last game of a regular season. So as you do at the end of a game,
party.
it was it might have been before Christmas. So the Sunny Coast boys hung around for a few hours. We had a handful of beers that night. So Lethal's had to sort of stand there with ice pack on finger and every other orifice on his body just to keep this act up. And they finally left at about 8 p.m. And then he sort of waited for their bus to leave and goes, oh, I think that's feeling a little bit better now. Actually, it starts
He was very quiet.
he was quiet as a church mouse, wasn't he?
That's exactly what
Finger
it
in the
was.
bucket. Just,
Finger in the bucket of
embarrassing.
I'm so
I
embarrassed.
proper got chaired off for a sore index finger.
Not broken.
Not broken.
Slightly bruised.
Your 10th game, probably, mate.
I think
well
10
Very
might be generous.
deserving.
Yeah, about 8 games.
Generous.
Good.
Probably 8.
When I played second level with Jack last week, and he said, "How did you not bring up that story?" I was like, "Well, I'm definitely not going to be the one to bring it up." One of the most.
It's funny, we both got a text from him about 9:40 on Thursday morning. So, you idiots, why didn't you just talk about this?
Yeah. So I thought
very
we
good.
better get Jack on and let him tell the story. It is a great story.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for getting me on to reiterate again. That's good. Very
No
good.
worries, man. I mean, thanks for you're a regular listener of the podcast, so you deserve the chance, and hopefully one day we actually find out what your nicknames are.
Yeah.
Thanks. Is it Jack?
Yeah, it's Jack.
You're the best, mate.
Thanks,
Thank you
buddy.
so much.
Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
See you
Thanks.
soon.
Cheers, mate.
Bye. Guys, also speaking of Marnus, I had potentially, you remember, well, I think we've talked a couple of times about things that you should be good at that you're not good at. Like, we've had that discussion before.
I think you and I have had that discussion a bit.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Where you just things that you sort of take for granted that it's like everyone else does fine, and you're like, actually, this is pretty hard. Marnus challenged me to a game of darts yesterday. I was nothing short of horrific.
Yeah.
I haven't played a lot of darts.
You
in
told
my
me
life.
this this morning, and I sort of nearly crashed my car.
because
I
darts
just-
doesn't look hard, does it?
Well, it's not that it obviously looks hard. Like, if you're going to be very good at darts, you're going to be very good.
But it
it's
doesn't.
just
Though.
more
When you watch
like,
people that are good at darts, they just hit, trip.
Yeah, I
20s.
understand.
They
that.
do that repeatedly. Don't
Yeah.
they? It's a bit of a piss
But it's
take.
just more along the lines of the way you described it to me, and the way you again both described it. It's like, surely you can be better than what you described to
Nah,
me.
I just kept hitting the wall. I put holes.
The wall?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, that's what I was. That was my
Missing the
that was
board.
my response. It's like, how did you?
What do you mean you missed the board?
No, I
Yeah.
was genuinely missing the board. Like, actually putting holes in his wall. He was like, I've never seen someone be this bad. Like, there were a couple little holes in his wall, obviously, as you expect with dartboards. If like kids come over or something, you're gonna get some holes through it. Okay. But like, I'm a grown man, and I was just trying to, a couple of weeks premature. So
You're on a stool.
Hopefully, it's still growing.
So I'm throwing, and we're playing that Shanghai version where you're meant to hit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
around the world.
Yeah. And so I'm going for the 1, which is at the top, and I was missing to the bottom, hitting the wall. It was bad. It was a debacle.
Bit of side note. I used to be able to do a dartboard by numbers, like as in remember the dartboard, like numbers.
Could you
Oh, no, maybe next week I'll remember it, but I used to be able to do it. Yeah.
That's just studying next week.
It's 21, 18.
Oh, Skin.
Yeah.
4? That's better.
Yep.
I think Skin was actually better out of that.
And then, so
That's about all I've got.
and then 6s on that side, 7, 8s on that side, and then 9, 12.
Yeah.
14.
somewhere
You guys
up
got
there.
anything to make me feel better? Anything?
No, not at all. I was going to say
Swimming for
I'm
mine.
horrendous at darts, but not that bad.
Okay.
Swimming. Yeah, horrific.
You wouldn't need to swim that often, though, would you?
No, but like I remember like one of my first ever sessions, I was in the QAS squad, so with the Bulls, so I was effectively unpaid member of the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
So it was probably about week 3 or 4 into pre-season, so I was just sort of starting to get the hang of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And we went to the pool for a fitness session. I was fucking dreading this. From the moment I saw this in the calendar, I'm just like, I need to be sick this day, right? So we went to the pool over at Murray, and the fitness coach goes, all right, we'll just ease our way into it. We'll do just a 200-meter freestyle to swim. And I sort of looked at him, so I actually pulled him aside to the side. I said, mate, like, I'm not trying to get out of fitness here, but like, I can't swim 200 meters. It's like, genuinely can't swim it. He's like, what do you mean? I can't, like, if I could get you 50 to 100, like, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I got 100. I got there and back, and I was like felt like I was having a heart attack.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So I'm not
But like,
like
it's not because I'm like I was fit back then. It's just I was fucking terrible. I wouldn't drown.
well,
yeah, I mean,
You made me go 200, baby.
but like honestly, like it was just sort of like I just had this guy this date penciled in, and I'm just like, this is going to be the worst day of my life. This is going to be the worst, and it was.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, right.
Skin, nothing.
I've got plenty of things I'm not that great at.
Yeah.
But I was going to agree with darts, and you've taught me there. Certainly pool. I'm horrendous at pool.
As in,
Like
not swimming.
billiards. No,
billiards,
I'm not that great at
Snooker.
swimming either. I'm probably topping out around 200 meters.
I
But
feel like we're all good at the same things, except like all not good at the same thing. Oh, you might be okay at pool. I'm not
quite
great
good
at
at
pool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, again, how
dust.
often do you play at same?
We had a pool
Almost
table.
never. Yeah, that's
and
the
we had a
problem.
dart table.
I don't understand
Dartboard,
that.
dart table. Yeah, it's another game. It's like beer pong with darts.
How do you keep missing the table?
Oh, I keep hitting it. Actually, I'm winning.
But yeah, I don't understand how people are so good at that. You go down to the pub, but like I would play pool maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and you go down and people are just gurus at it. I don't know. When do you practice pool?
Yeah, no, but I just expect you guys to be better at it. Is more where I'm
Athletes,
coming.
yeah.
Well, just like you guys
Have you
play
watched
sport.
me play sport?
I've watched you play cricket.
Yeah, and I'm mediocre at best.
No, you're way above mediocre. Please, open your bat face a little bit more. You'll be a bloody superstar, mate.
Oh, yeah, true. Actually,
Did you see Tim
that
David's
video?
open
Tim,
bat?
good God.
I can't wait for that to be coached out of him. That'll be good.
All right, who's doing? You're in for a tweet.
Well, I mean, it's down for me, and you guys have kindly put in the tweet of the week, but I
I
did.
certainly haven't.
I chucked a couple in there.
Well
for you.
done, beautiful. No, I mentioned it in our group chat last night that Dane Swan's doing the Brownlow tweeting again. There's always some gold in there as well. So
I'm tradition, isn't it? He's done that a few years. I reckon
Yeah.
we've used him ever since We Got the Chocolates podcast.
And I reckon, be 4 or 5 years, I reckon. So I haven't even looked at these tweets yet, so I'm going in blind. So if they're not good, I'll throw some blame
they
your
were
way.
good.
That's my fault.
Beautiful. So from Swanee tweets for Sportsbet. If they're actually deciding a segment to blokes getting one, Brownlow vote, this might be the last time I ever do this. Spare me. Yeah.
I just love the spare me.
Spare me. Yeah, because they gave a segment last night to blokes getting one
vote.
Right, yeah.
And he said, because he's done it for like 4 years, he's like, this is the last time I'm doing it if they're doing this.
Yeah.
He did another funny one too of because Georgiades from Port Adelaide won the I'm Just realised a crucial part of my job. Gady didn't whistle it either. You're in for a tweet.
Nice.
Yeah, Georgia just won Mark of the Year, but like didn't hold it cleanly. Like it was paid like as a mark, but when he hit the ground, the ball spilled away. Dad tweeted, "Was that for drop of the year?" There's no way he held that.
And one more from Swanee. Fun fact: Buddy, as in Buddy Franklin, kicked more goals than North Melbourne has supporters.
It's rough.
Probably.
Harsh,
Do you know a
but
North
true.
Melbourne supporter apart from Ricky Ponting?
Yeah, I know one. Who's old mate from Adam and Simon podcast?
Really?
Oh,
North.
yes, of
It
course.
was not Adam. It was
Probably
Simon.
Simon then.
It was Ed Juicer. Maybe it was Adam. No, it was Simon. Simon's a North Melbourne supporter.
Okay, all right. yeah,
meltdown
that's
there.
right. It's, okay, so he's the only one.
Yeah, he's the only one I know.
And that is Tweedle League.
Nicely done. And rightio, that's another week of the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew and get around us on the socials or get in touch at the website.
Yep, the socials are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat. Thank you, Lethal. Make sure you head over to Snapchat. We got the chocolates on all those places, I believe. The website, wegotthechocolates.com.au. And if you've got anything specific for the podcast, you can send that to our email as well. hello@wegotthechocolates.com.au.
I checked out your emails before. You are on fire. with
Yeah,
your
man.
email.
We've got a whole system of labels and things.
There's
going.
a lot of
It's-
folders there.
Yeah, I'm trying to organise my life and failing miserably.
No, you're
so
going.
if anyone,
You're going, buddy. But
if anyone's a
Open your
product
back face a little bit more.
yeah, that'll fix it.
Put
Yeah.
everything in drive.
Watch
so
that video
hard.
with Tim David and you'll sort your life out.
It's pretty hard. Hit it in the air, hit it for 6, right? And make sure you go to our YouTube. It's flying at the moment.
And someone sprayed me the other day because I wrote back to a comment and they thought they were talking to you.
But I've explained this numerous times. I don't know how to comment. I don't know how much more clearly I can be.
Cody
I'm
loves
doing my
YouTube,
best.
but he
I'll
can't
read
log
them
in.
and have a smile later, while I'm on, doing something.
He'll reply to you on the podcast.
Yeah,
Just-
I'll reply. So just any mail you've got for me directly, do it from this medium,
What,
the podcast.
while you're listening to the podcast.
While you're listening, so ring me.
We've got a personal number.
Yeah.
Perfect. From Cody, Mitch, and
04.
myself, thank you so much for listening. We love making this and we're very glad that you do listen. And just remember to tell your friends as well, word of mouth. Tell a friend at least that you listen to We Got the Chocolates. That would be very, very helpful. Remember that if you're finding ways to have a good time and a laugh with your mates this week, you are absolutely getting the chocolates. As always, we love having you here. We'll speak to you this time next week. Good luck in the future. And that's stumps.
Well, that's the podcast. So what the hell are you still doing here? Go and get the chocolates, you marvelous beast.